Hey there, YouTube. How are y'all doing out there today? Hope you had a good weekend and that your weekend is off to a good start. I woke up to a beautiful Monday, nothing but blue skies, chilly temperatures, so it's a good day here in South Alabama. But then again, every day's really a good day in South Alabama. I try to wake up, go outside on the back porch, and think of something to be grateful for every morning. And generally, there's always something to be grateful for. Anyhow, today I just thought I would talk about my motivation after 10 plus years on a mostly raw vegan diet. Mostly raw vegan diet. I try to stress that over and over, but every once in a while somebody will say, well, I thought you were all raw vegan. No, I've never really been caught up in the raw is law or all raw thing. And I just thought today would be a day I would do this. I didn't really have anything else prepared. And people are just constantly asking me questions, kind of why, basically, as to my reasoning, my motivation, and whatever. And I think about this a lot because, as you know, I've been living in solitude for the past 6 or 7 years, and I have a lot of time in my own head to think about things, whatever. And it does not pass over my head. Like a lot of times I actually sit around, watch an old video or think about my content and think, am I really relatable to people? Because I live such a different way of life than most people. And that's not necessarily a good, it's not, in fact, it's probably not the best thing. I probably need a little bit more human interaction in my life. But point being is when you actually have people you're dealing with on every day, like whether you live with family, whether you live with friends, roommates, maybe you're younger, maybe you have a little bit more active life where you're out and about, that includes going to restaurants. So I've just realized that everybody does things differently and we're just all trying to kind of do the best we can. And this channel's never been about me trying to tell you this is the way to do it, that's the way to do it. I'm an old drunk, people. If this happens to be your first time watching, for the rest of you, you know this. I was a 30-year drunk. I lived horribly for most of my life. And the simple motivation that I got into this lifestyle was just to try to put the brakes on. I've never thought of this lifestyle, even from the very beginning, I've never thought of this lifestyle as some sort of magic pill. Like if we eat like this, we're bulletproof, we never can get sick. But once I started learning a little bit more about it, I kind of figured after the damage I'd done to myself and the way I'd lived, it was the best way for me, to possibly protect my health in the future. After 10 plus years, that's still a lot of it, but a lot of it has just gotten really simple. It's like the way I eat very simple. I'm very repetitive, even though I get a lot of variety within the ingredients that go in things like salads and smoothies and whatever. I can eat a salad. I can eat a salad 5 or 6 days a week. I can just eat the simple things I like. Over and over. And it's really just the easiest way for me. Like I had some banana and ice cream this morning. I don't have to get up. I don't have to really do a lot of thinking. I have my certain things I eat for breakfast. I'll have my salads. I'll have my smoothies. And it's just easy because I'm not like I used to be when I ate a standard American diet where it was just like eating for, what did I eat for back then? Just probably to satisfy my taste buds and to, fulfill something that I feel like I needed some fat today. I'd go eat a bunch of grease. But I just never really paid attention to how I ate in the past. And then this was the way that I just started feeling good all of the time. Another thing too, I've done a number of videos, and I'm happy that people enjoy those. I do a number of videos here on, meditation, breath work, spirituality, things like that. And, without getting out there too woo-woo, this way of eating just gives me a very peaceful way of feeling. It just kind of naturally keeps my anxiety down. I feel light most of the time, and that's just something that I never had before when I was eating the standard American diet and not really paying attention to my health. It was just always, you never knew what you were going to get, or, like I'd have a bad stomach or indigestion or this or that, or, you felt full, and it's just a light. I walk through light. Here's a good way to put it. I walk through life with a light feeling. I don't know. I don't know. Once again, something could happen to me tomorrow. I could get some part. I could get cancer, heart disease, whatever. I'm not saying anything is impossible. And who knows? Who knows? There's just not, when it comes to eating and nutrition, when it comes to a whole food plant based diet. But when it comes to a lot of things nutrition based, there's just not a lot of hard, solid evidence. So I've just got to go with how I feel. And also, too, it's how I feel over a sustained long period of time. I mean, you can do anything for 3 months and maybe feel okay or imagine you feel like something, but I just feel great. And that's the biggest reason I don't have any motivation to change. Like, if things went wrong or if something went wrong with my health and I thought it was related to diet, or I thought that my diet, maybe I had missed something or whatever, I might change. But when I'm feeling good, there's just, no motivation to do that. And once again, getting back to the mostly raw vegan diet, once again, I respect everybody. Everybody's making their own decisions out there. It's just like everybody's just a little too dogmatic. And I never trust people that are always trying to convince you of something. Like the ones that they're in the comment sections and they're here and there and they want to debate every fine point of the diet. Like, well, you shouldn't be eating this. Oh, this turns into this. This blah 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 blah. And I just like to keep it simple. I'm not, you have to figure out how, what makes sense to you. And the way that I eat, a mostly raw vegan diet, makes sense to me because, just a little, just to tell people that, like I say, may have not heard before, I've done videos on the cooked food that I do include, but I'm not out there eating junk food or eating comfort food or anything. Like, my cooked food is also about the nutrition. I eat sweet potatoes. I eat purple sweet potatoes. I eat some other like russet potatoes, but mostly sweet potatoes. I eat legumes. I do, as far as the raw part goes, I do a lot of lentil sprouts, a lot of raw lentil sprouts, but also too for, beans. I'm sorry, the things that Dr. Greger and Dr. Bulsiewicz and the other people say, like, I just feel better including some beans in my diet. And then sometimes, like the other day, I'll cook greens as well. I felt like some spinach. Hadn't had spinach in a couple of months. I like to cook collard greens. But, yeah, my motivation, like I say, is just that I was heading in a bad direction. I don't even want to think about what the state of my health is now if I had not changed back in 2012. And I don't think it would be very good because, like I say, the body is very resilient, but you get up to a certain point and you get to certain ages. That's why I'm always worried about people, especially older than me. Like, they start, you can a lot of times repair things in your 30s. You can repair things in your 40s. But once you start getting up into your 50s and 60s, the longer you go into those decades, making poor choices with your food and whatever, those things, then it's kind of hard to turn the ship around. And just to finish a little bit, like I say, it's not all about just the food, all the raw, the vegan, that stuff all the time. We also need other practices. We need to get out and get some light. We need the sun. We need exercise. We need to stay hydrated. My belief is we need some sort of a personal practice like a meditation or a breath work or something like that to just kind of work on our stress levels and just bring a little bit more peace of mind. Incidentally, today is video day. I'm shooting a video on breath work, something really simple you can use in the moment later today. But anyhow, yeah, I just keep it real simple. I'm not all heavy and I don't have all these explanations of things. People will write me things. What are your thoughts on this? Like I'm a professor. Just a crazy old hippie that drank away half of his brain trying to do the best he can in the fourth quarter. I got to think I'm probably in the fourth quarter, or if you want to use maybe closer in hockey analogy, I'm in the third period. But anyhow, this is the happiest and healthiest I've been for a 10-year stretch. And it's also For 10 plus years, and this will be the last thing I talk about, is for 10 plus years, I've just been comfortable with my eating. Before that, for 48 years before that, it was always try this, try that, up here, do this, do that, or either just willy-nilly, not even pay attention. So anyhow, you do you, I'll do me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Have a great week, and I'll see you here again tomorrow. Peace.